So, welcome back here to the second year of the National Teacher Training Program NTTP, and we will start by getting to know you better. And in this activity, you can do the same with your students by showing them some personal photos for you or personal items like your bookcase for some or a suitcase, your keys, um, and all the coin that you keep with you, and you start sharing why do you keep this all the coin with you, or why do you like this specific suitcase. In the picture here, we will like warm up. What do you think this place is?
Again,
What do you think is this place?
school?
You don't see the picture? We have a
No,
picture on the
no, no,
screen. Really?
no. Mm.
Wait a second. No. Okay. Yes, this one. Can you see the picture?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what do you think this place is?
Um, Island?
Yes.
Mm.
And what's strange about it?
Strange.
Yes.
The road.
Okay, and what else? Do you have guys any other answers? Okay, if you
Mm.
look closely to the sand, have you ever seen pink sand?
Colors?
Yes, this is an island in Indonesia, and the sand there is in pink. It's not in yellow, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And this is a strange thing that is not happening all over the world except in this area. And here is another example. Sorry, stop sharing. Okay. Here is another example. Yes. Can you see this picture?
Yeah.
We have here the Purple Island. It's in South Korea. And imagine that you're living in a place that is all in purple. Would you like it or not?
Like it. It's fantastic.
Yes, it's not a natural thing. It's
Yeah,
man-made, you know?
yeah.
Okay, could you tell me your favorite place?
My favorite place?
Yes.
The sea.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, what about you? What's your favorite place?
Not my hometown. I travel whatever, but when I came back, I feel comfortable. I don't know why.
At home, you mean?
My hometown.
Your hometown, yes.
Oh.
Lovely. I like that. What about you, Miss Maisa? Alex, you like Alex. Okay, nice. And because we have this Google Classroom, you can even share a picture or something about the place that you like most and write a few sentences about it. Okay, this is gonna be a
Okay.
kind of knowing each other on a different level. After that, we have an introduction to the 21st century skills. I think we know so much about that. What do you know about the 21st century skills?
Speaking?
Okay,
writing,
Mm-hmm.
reading,
Yes.
cooperative.
Okay. So you're talking about the main basic skills, the four skills for the
Yeah,
language,
yeah,
a- as well as communication. Okay.
mm, yeah.
Nice. What else?
I think, Miss Wala, I think
Yes.
the ability to discover something, the higher level of thinking,
Yes.
critical thinking.
Yes.
I think
Exactly.
these are the skills of the 21st century.
Yes, I like it. Thank you so much. And Miss Mesa, what do you think? Do you have any clue about it? Okay. In this photo, as you see, we have this phrase which says developing our classroom language, and this is a real important thing that we need to work on through all what we are going through these days. In this part, we will cover three main points. What are the 21st century skills, and recognize why they are important, and define
For
deep
your
learning.
learning.
Okay, so we're talking
Okay,
about three things. The first thing is understanding the 21st century skills.
okay.
Why should we know them as teachers? What do you think? As teachers,
Uh,
do we need to know them or not?
yeah, to communicate with pupils.
Yes, and excellent. Two,
How
under
to how to teach.
yes, exactly. And to have a different perspective about the new methods and strategies of teaching.
Yeah,
Okay, we have here a report. It was written or reported by the UNESCO in 2014. And here they are focusing on three main points: the quality of education, as you can see here in the middle, the quality of the education,
education.
yes, as well as,
Children.
yes, we are talking about global learning crisis,
Mm,
because after the coronavirus pandemic, we discovered that teaching is an essential thing in life. We can't do without doctors and teachers. And if we stick to the old methods of teaching, we will be in a global learning crisis. Also, we are one of the Arab states. That's why we have a problem in teaching and in the whole educational system, as well as South, South and West Asia and Sub-Sahara Africa. Okay,
okay.
as you can see here in the picture, the students are sitting in
Circuit.
excellent, and they are communicating all the time. Plus, they have now the ability to access on the internet, something that we didn't used to have in the past. And because of that, we are in a in some kind of danger, because we need to teach them how to get to the necessary or the confidential sites in which they can find the important information or the true information, because the internet is like an ocean which is filled with some really bad information or not accredited or something, you know?
Mm,
Okay. What are the 21st century skills again? I think Ms. Naveen, you covered some of them, talking about the four main language skills: communication. Mr. Muhammad said critical thinking and to think in a different way. Do you have any other additions?
no.
Okay. So as you can see here, we have the four C's. I think you heard about it before. The four C's are four of the main or the important 21st century skills in the field of teaching. They are focusing on the critical thinking, as Mr. Muhammad said, communication, as Ms. Naveen said, collaboration, as we saw in the previous slide, and creativity. And what do you think could be done to help students to be creative? Hello?
Yeah,
Can
you.
we do can we do anything to help students to be more creative?
Yeah.
Like what?
Songs,
Yes?
playing,
Role
uh,
playing, yes.
group work,
Yes.
um, play with me,
Mm-hmm.
teach in the garden.
Yes, so they are all about the techniques that you as teachers use to help
Mm,
the students to think out of the box, right?
yeah.
Okay, look at this. When the UNESCO report elaborated the 21st century skills, they come to the conclusion that those those skills are really the most important ones. The critical thinking and problem solving. I think the Discover book or curriculum is working on that on a very good level. Citizenship. What do you know about this concept? And do you think it's important in our schools?
Yeah.
Why?
To know, to know
Mm-hmm.
about their country,
Yes,
other countries,
definitely.
and the world.
Yes, thank you so much. And we have here also the digital literacy because those students are already born with their mobiles or tablets with them. Collaboration and communication because they're gonna use them all over their life, at school, at home, in the streets, and everywhere. Students' leadership and personal development. And this is an important skill that we need to work on and focus on these days to help the students to work on their own pace or depend on themselves to find the information and try to help or try to answer the questions that they have. And creativity and imagination, not only creativity in the ideas but imagination to help them to draw or depict the thoughts that they have in their minds. Okay, we have here two definitions for critical thinking and problem solving, the
Thinking
other
and
for
problem
collaboration
solving.
and communication. Which goes with which? Can you tell me?
Again.
We have here two definitions. Let's try to match them together. Which goes with which?
Okay. Critical thinking and problem solving, self-directed thinking
Mhm.
that produce new and innovative
Oh,
ideas and
yes.
solves problems.
So, as for self-directed thinking, is it critical or collaboration? What do you think?
First one, critical thinking.
Okay, because
Critical
of the word
self.
self-directed, right?
Thinking.
Yes,
Yeah,
and reflecting critically. The second one, communicating effectively, goes with,
effectively
yes,
communication.
collaboration and communication. So we as teachers now have the awareness to know what goes with what and which skills can we can we try to enhance in a certain way, right?
Yes.
Okay, we have two other definitions. Try to match them.
Creativity and imagination.
Goes with,
First,
Developing an innovation and
yes,
what?
and
Uh, Thirst,
curiosity. Yes,
curiosity,
yes,
imagining and carrying out new ideas.
yes. And as for citizenship, developing active, globally aware citizens
Citizen,
who have the skills, knowledge, and
knowledge
motivation
and motivation.
to address issues of human and environmental sustainability. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The last two, digital literacy and students' leadership. Digital literacy goes with
Using technology.
technology.
excellent. Yes, because of the word technology. And so you
Yes.
are able to get the keywords. Really nice. Students' leadership goes with the developing
Honesty.
honesty, leadership, and responsibility. Thank you. What do you think? What do you understand by 21st century skills? What are they again? Are they after knowledge only, or knowledge, values, and life skills?
Knowledge, life skills, all, the all.
Yes. Why might they be important for learners to develop? This is like a feedback.
To
For
make
what?
them thinking and
Okay.
imagine, communicate.
Yes, and to equip them with the necessary skills and knowledge to face their own future and own life. Have you adopted any teaching approaches which helped to enhance those skills? Have you tried to use any technique to help students to be more creative in your own classrooms?
I think making projects or searching the internet may help in this case.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, what do you understand? This is like a feedback. We covered that. The second important part in today's session is about deep learning. And by deep learning, what do you think it is it? From your own understanding to the expression. What is deep learning?
I don't know. It depends on the teacher or the students.
This is for the teachers to enhance in the students' minds.
Mm. Yeah,
Improve educational quality.
Okay, it could be. It could be. Here the
Okay.
definition says one of the key challenges for us this century is to improve educational quality in all contexts, leading to improved learning outcomes for our learners. And by this they mean that we need to broaden the students' minds in the way they acquire the knowledge. And this broadness could be happen through teaching them on two levels, from the surface to the deep learning. And by the surface learning, we mean all the four main skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And on the deeper level, we're asking them, for example, to reflect on what they have learned, or to think how they could understand this text. You know, the process itself. We're not after teaching them the knowledge. We're after teaching them the skill to get to the knowledge. Am I clear in that?
yes.
Okay. As I said, we have basic skills that I have talked about, which are related to numeracy and literacy. Numeracy is, what is numeracy? Is it Arabic or English or math? Hello?
Hello, Miss.
Yes,
Can
numeracy
I
is
leave? Can I leave
okay.
minutes?
Yes,
Okay.
sure. As for numeracy, it's related to teaching them math, and literacy means to teach them Arabic and English. Also, we have here something called the three R's. The three R's are reading, writing, and arithmetic. So, in deep learning, we're focusing on teaching students to read well and to understand all the details in the text and to reflect upon it. In the writing part, we're asking them after they read, they can write their notes about it in simple words or even to draw an image for what they have understood and comment on it. And in arithmetic, as they learn math and they know how to do the sums and all those stuff. This is again the same words. We're not after that. Yes. Understanding classroom language. Of course, we have certain type of words or phrases that we use repeatedly with our students, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now listen to those teachers and match the way they start their lessons with one of those approaches. Some of them could start his lesson by taking the register, and by the register we mean taking the absence and the attendance sheet. Another one could collect the homework by the beginning of his class. Okay? So we are to listen to them and match who does what. Okay? I play the first one and please tell me if you can hear it or not.
There's always so much to get through,
Can
so
you
I
hear
just
it?
like to go into the classroom and start the lesson straight away. Plus,
Is it clear or not?
Um,
Can
somehow.
you hear
Yeah.
it? Okay. I'll play it one more time.
there's always so much to get through, so I just like to go into the classroom and start the lesson straight away. Plus, it's better to keep the children busy. I usually fill the register in later.
Okay. As for
Hello.
this, yes, welcome back. As for this
Yes.
one, what does she do?
I think she gets them listen something to listen and apply the resistor to the end.
Yes. Okay, let's listen to the second one.
I like to start with a bit of a chat. The topic depends on the class level and also what's going on. For example, we might talk about an important football game or a popular TV program.
So this one uses,
A game or something.
I'm sorry, shall I play it
Uh,
again?
yes.
Okay.
I like to start with a bit of a chat. The topic depends on the class level and also what's going on. For example, we might talk about an important football game or a popular TV program.
Could you hear him?
Yes.
Okay, so what approach does he use?
I think he discussed a topic.
Yes, excellent. Yes.
I always start with the register. I think it's good to have a routine, and
Sorry.
Yes, it's clear
I
that he
always
used the
start with the
register.
register.
Yes, takes the register.
With younger classes, we often sing a hello song to start the lesson. With the older ones, I just say good morning or afternoon and the whole class replies. Sometimes I ask a few of the children how they are to make sure they're listening and ready for English.
Okay, this one.
I see.
She greets the learners by
With the
saying
learner.
hello, yes, for the elders, and the younger one, she sings.
She sings the song. Yes.
Yes.
There are so many tests these days that I nearly always have to set homework. So I usually start the next lesson by asking them to get their papers out and pass them to the front row.
I'm really sorry for that sound. I'm really sorry.
Never mind. Yes.
Okay, so this one, could you hear her?
Yes. I think
Okay,
she is completing homework.
yes. Okay, what about you? Do you follow any of these approaches?
I think no. I start with greeting the learners first, then
Okay,
start to get them participate or get them I start as a warm up activity to get them participate in my lesson or to get started for أو يعني استعد get
yes,
ready for the new material.
excellent. Okay, any other ideas or approaches?
I may start with a game or
Mm-hmm.
something like this.
Nice one, nice idea.
Start the board.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad. Okay, yes, this is the correction. We have here what you follow or what you say in these situations. When you greet the learners, what do you say?
It's matching with something.
Yes, but let's do it in a discussion
Yes.
because we're
I
running out of time.
I start first to greet with our religion greetings, Assalamu
Yes,
alaikum. Then
yes.
I start to say good morning or good afternoon and let them sit down, then
Hmm.
start our lesson.
Thank you so much. Okay, what about taking the register? What do you usually say to your students?
I usually get the register later.
Yes, by calling names?
Again, manage please.
By calling names?
No, no, no. I just take count them and
Yes,
put the number on the board.
yes, thank you. What about collecting the homework? What do you say to your students to collect the homework?
I may ensure at the end of the lesson that I will collect the homework at the beginning of the next class,
Yes.
but I collect it at the break or after
So,
the class.
which is like, okay, everyone, I collected the homework in next
The next
class.
class,
Yes.
yes,
When you discuss a topic such as the weekend, how do you do that? Do you use
is
like a mind map or a word map, or you just discuss it orally?
something like يعني, this is
A
a
mix.
topic. Is this the topic of the lesson or what?
Yes.
I may make a brainstorming on something.
Okay. When you begin the lesson, what do you usually say to your students?
Today you are going to have a new material. I try to make them guess first
Hmm.
or to give them a word and make their minds work by making a brainstorming or playing a game. I let them guess first, something like that.
Okay, thank you so much. This is again a matching thing, but we have here the statements that we can use with our students. I'll screenshot them for you and send them on the group because they could help us all. Because we are teachers and we are still need to update our language. And this is an example. When you greet the class, you can say, "Good morning, everyone. How are you all today? Are you all well? Why are you late?" And this is for latecomers or late students. Another
Yes.
example is talk to the class about the weather or about someone's clothes, like, "It's very hot today." or it's very cold, isn't it? Do you feel hot? Do you feel cold? How can we make that better? And this is a real important question. How can we make that better? It makes a real good connection between you as a teacher and your students, that you're feeling the same as them. Some teachers, when they enter the classroom, they consider themselves like stones made of stone. They feel nothing, and they even don't sympathize with the students if they are in a hot or a cold state. So
Yes.
when you ask them how can we make that better, even if you couldn't do something to help them, they would respect your trying to help them.
Yes.
As I said, I'll screenshot all of those ones. And we have here a classroom language tip: when to start our class. Provide opportunities for both the learners and teacher to use the language. And this is a good recycling for the language for you as teacher and for the students, because they really need to practice the language as long as you and they can. The teacher should be relaxed and friendly. We all need that these days. The teacher can ask open questions that encourage the learners to speak. Let them speak. They have really interesting stories. Commenting on the weather or what the teacher and the learners have done in their free time provides functional language. Can you see this word? Functional language is the language that they need to use on daily basis. Okay, we still have about less than 1 minute and we will finish. Again, this is recycling for the same thing. And situations, if one of the students lost his pencil, how would you say to him? Or what would you say to him?
It's matching, miss.
Yes.
What should we-
The answer is, does anyone know where she is today?